I always wanted to do this. I'm telling you, the cameras on these iPhones should just be using this for a vlog. Anyways.
You want me to hold the watch?
Huh? No, I mean, I'm gonna put the AP back in a Rolex box. Don't tell AP.
Yeah.
Are we recording right now?
Yeah.
Is the microphone turned on? You know, I always had problems with this microphone. Like, it just kind of freestyles. It goes high, low, you know?
Well, it's Corona. It's probably affected.
It's probably affected. I got you. What is up, guys? It's your boy Ridah from Watch Society, and this is a video that I'm super excited about. This is a video that I put with my fellow YouTubers from the watch community, as well as watch collectors and enthusiasts at the same time. This video honestly didn't only bring me closer to the watch community, but it brought me closer to friends that I disconnected from for a very long time. People that actually are also passionate about watches, and I'm so excited to bring it to you guys. This is Watch Society's Rewind 2020 video. Enjoy it.
What's up, Watch fam? I'm Emkwan. I'm a technology and lifestyle YouTuber based here in the UAE. 2020, what can I say? What a year it's been. So for me, it started off pretty positively because my YouTube channel hit 100,000 subscribers. And then the rest of the year happened and I've been caught between being incredibly busy and just a lot of pressure on. Alhamdulillah, I'm very grateful that I have been busy this year. But fast forward to November. Last month, I got a call from my authorized dealer here in Abu Dhabi, Muhammad Rasul Khoury, and they told me that a watch that I'd asked for was finally here. I couldn't believe it. This watch was a watch that I initially wanted to purchase to celebrate the 100K milestone on YouTube, but also a watch that I felt I needed to have in my small Rolex collection, and that's the Rolex Submariner reference 126610 LV. When I first saw Rolex announce this, I had my eyes set on this, and getting that call was just the icing on top of the cake for me. It's a really nice watch. I was a little hesitant, a little nervous at the beginning when Rolex announced the size increase, you know, people were commenting about the bracelet. But being totally honest, I've had this on my wrist since I got it in November, and it is one of the most favorite watches that I've had. The size, the fit, the look, the feel, everything is just perfect on the wrist. And it's certainly a much more refined upgrade to the Rolex Submariner range. So this was my watch for 2020. Again, incredibly fortunate, incredibly happy to have had the opportunity to purchase this from the AD. And thank you very much for watching me, and thank you also for this opportunity here on Watch Society YouTube channel. I hope all of us have a blessed 2021. Stay safe.
Hi everyone, I'm Brandon. And I actually didn't buy a watch in 2020. I sold one, and I'm currently in the process of begging Rolex authorized dealers to sell me my next watch, but again, no new watches this year. However, there is a watch that I got in December of 2019 from my lovely wife for our anniversary that I didn't get to wear all that much in 2020. It's this watch, the Grand Seiko SBGM 221. I love it, but because Los Angeles was hit pretty hard with coronavirus, I didn't get to go out enough to really wear it. So we all know this year was a little rough to say the least, but this watch means a lot to me in 2020. It gives me something to look forward to, wearing it again. And when I'm out and about wearing this watch, it means the world is pretty close to being normal again. Thanks Ridah for reaching out, and all of my other watch YouTubers, keep up the great work. Happy holidays, and looking forward to next year. Peace.
Hey guys, you may know me as Federico from the YouTube channel Federico Talks Watches. I like to consider myself one of the OG watch YouTubers, definitely not the first, but I've been doing it for a little while, at least in the YouTube watch segment. 2020 has been a hell of a year for everybody, I'm sure. But horologically speaking, it hasn't been a bad year. You know, my business, Delray Watch, has evolved in a million ways. Thankfully, is doing quite well. And for the, first time in a while, I managed to pick up a grail watch of mine. This is the H. Moser Perpetual Moon with the aventurine dial, limited edition, one of 50 pieces, and I picked it up in 2020. I've been on a little bit of an independent trip lately. This is definitely one of the most expensive things I've ever purchased myself. So horologically speaking, 2020 is doing great. And I'm sure the hobby has kept a lot of spirits alive for a lot of people. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching my videos. Thanks for, showing your support. And hopefully 2021 is better. Anyway, guys, thanks so much. Happy New Year.
Which one are you talking about now?
Who are you talking about?
Louis Erard.
Exactly. So I'll show you an Instagram message later on. I thought he's a watch collector because I kept on seeing some pictures. I don't know why I followed him or why I was following him. I'm not really sure. And the homie was a watchmaker. So he goes like, I think I asked him like a dumb question, like, did you buy this piece? Or I can't remember the comment. He goes like, yeah, actually, the long time I bought a watch, it's been a long time since I bought a watch. I'm like, okay, how come? And he goes like, I make them. Cool. It was his assistant. I think it was his assistant that I was talking to. It wasn't even him. It was his assistant.
You're like, fair point.
I know, it's hilarious. Anyway, so let's put it on.
Yeah, I have the.
Oh, look at you, man! I'm not wearing my AP, but I do have it right here.
Oh, I got the box as well. See, this is.
We're like AP brothers, man. Do you want to hang out now? Marco, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Ryder, what's going on? So for those who don't know, I'm Marco from Swiss Watch Gang. Nothing much, man. Thank you for including me in this video. It really means a lot. The last minute, so we're gonna really. That's why the camera is a bit, not the quality people I used to.
Yeah, no, many thanks, Marco, for making the time. It was like a lastminute.com type of thing, and I just had to ring you, man. This year had been like a mountain to climb, of course, like worldwide, man. Like, the pandemic obviously on a side, but the impact it had on people. But there was also like an inventory of good things that had happened. I mean, for me personally, there's a watch chapter for it. If you've been watching, obviously, November had been Watchvember for me. So I just wanted to kind of see the reciprocal picture from your side. So like, how has this year been for you? And have you picked any watches, or are there specific watches that, kind of stretch a smile on your face during this year?
Yeah. So to get to the watches part, I received a call from my APAD this year, finally. So I got the 15450 blue dial. You can't see it that well on the video, but there's a big extensive review on it on my channel. The rotor,
nice.
You can't not love that. The gold shimmering pickup of the year. But I also recently got my Louis Erard Diani halter piece, which I'm wearing a lot actually. And there's one coming end of the month, which I'm excited about. It's gonna be also a small independent from Sartori Biard, the Ghost watch, which you might have seen on his page. So I'm having a watch Sember, or how would you call it?
Watch Sember. Well, I'm about to. I thought I'm literally doing a video for this Seiko 5. This is my first Seiko 5 ever in my entire life. I'm not a Seiko guy. But I saw this, and the reason why I bought it, if you remember Street Fighter when we were kids, man, like it's, we all used to play Street Fighter. I don't know who was your character in Street Fighter, but mine was Rio.
I can't remember anymore. I was playing Street Fighter for a while, but then I switched to I was more of a Mortal Kombat guy.
Okay, yeah. So for me, it was like Street Fighter level 4, and then this is when I drifted to Mortal Kombat, and I just left. I parsed Street Fighter.
It's fun, man. Seiko is doing good things, and it's fun to collect them. It doesn't break your bank, and it's just fun to wear, and nobody judges you.
Absolutely. But overall, you would say the AP, of course, and a couple of independent pieces. There is one, of course, on your channel. There's one coming up in December. We're looking forward to watching that video. And good to know that things are looking up on your side of the world. And thanks a lot for making the time, Marco, also to join us in such a short notice. It's an absolute honor, bro.
Of course, I couldn't miss it. You know, we became good friends now online. I can't wait to see you in person when I come to Dubai, and I can finally travel again. We'll do some videos together. So
Absolutely, it's about that time, man. This pandemic brought us closer digitally.
Digitally, exactly, which is also good. You meet more people online, I think, and I think to go to the point about this year, personally, it made me stronger as a businessman and more resilient.
Right.
It would have been easier without it, of course, but it also shows you that what you're doing on a business level, is it something you really want to do or no, because this year I think either breaks you or makes you.
That's true. That's absolutely true. And I'm glad we're able to pull through from it. I mean, the online watch community is closer than ever, man, in this year. And that's what I've been seeing online. A lot of people are collaborating, a lot of people are doing stuff. So that's fantastic. And hopefully 2021 is a brighter year. We hammered the nail with a lot of things that we want to achieve in our life. And yeah, thank you so much once again. And I'll let you crack on with your work.
My pleasure. Happy holidays as well.
Hello everyone, my name is Marc Gebauer. I'm a watch dealer from Germany, and I also do YouTube videos and tell you what you should buy maybe and what you should not buy. And the year 2020 was an awesome ride, I have to say. In February I established my business, and overall, of course, the pandemic is a terrible thing, but I'm happy that I did this step. And Alhamdulillah, this year was just a great success for the company. And the most important watch which ended up with me is the RM11 Felipe Massa prototype. This watch, yeah, I don't know how it got to me, but I bought it. Selling date from RM was in February, and it's one of a kind with this unique turquoise color hands. And in probably March, next Geneva auction, I teamed up with Philips, and you will probably see it and you can probably buy it. This is an awesome thing. I'm happy that I could bought this watch at the moment. I enjoy it on my wrist, not on this, but it's, kept away in the bank's vault. It's one of my favorite brands overall, and this model especially I love to wear. It has this new kind of special material, titanium material, from the outside case, and yeah, RM is one of my favorites. Thanks very much for having me, and now back to Dubai.
Hello everyone, this is Joe Devance from Barangay Ginebra. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, but I play basketball for the PBA, and my team is Ginebra.
That we won this game.
Wake up to the money, turn me right on. You look like you got dressed with no lights on. I Superman that spin like a cyclone. Fit check spin like
We just finished the PBA bubble, and we were lucky enough to get the championship. So that was a great experience. I'm thankful that we won. I just started my YouTube channel, and it grew pretty big. 2020, just like the rest of the world, has been pretty crazy. We're living in a time of tragic, memorable history. We're definitely gonna look back on this time, 50 years, 100 years from now, and this is gonna be written in the history books as something that just changed the world. I think it brought the world together in this time of just craziness and sadness. Me personally, I was able to do a few things that was pretty unique and means a lot to me and my family. I was able to make business moves, and within that time, I met a good friend. He's now a good friend. We built a bond. It was pretty cool because I'm a watch guy, but to be honest, I don't have like the Rolex watches or Hublot. To be honest, Hublot is my favorite watch. I plan to get one day. I have a lot of Nixon watches, G-Shock, but as far as true value, my friend Gary was the one that gave me my first true timepiece. It's an Era timepiece, and I have it here. I actually just took the plastic. I didn't take the plastic off of this part. It was made in Switzerland. It's called Poseidon. Thank you, Gary, for giving this to me. This is my nicest watch. I like it, so I wear this, you know, when I have big time meetings now and you know, business meetings and stuff like that. So wish you guys the best. Everybody be safe out there. Enjoy your time wisely. Okay, you just don't ever know what can happen. You know, tomorrow's never promised. So you guys live today like it's your last.
Ridah, thank you for allowing me to be on your platform to speak about something that's near and dear to our hearts, watches, especially in a time in which we all just need to pick up. Hey guys, I'm SyGray. I am a co-founder of a consumer goods company in Atlanta called the Honey Pot Company. And what's been really challenging for me for this year is that I actually live in Amsterdam, so I'm constantly between Amsterdam as well as Atlanta. And you guys can just imagine how crazy it's been trying to travel during this period. And so this year, my pickup was this. I went to meet with my AD, Gabe. I gotta give you a special shout out of Mayors Jewelers out of Atlanta, Georgia. Gabe, you are the guy. And we picked up on this watch. Of course, it's the GMT Master 2, the root beer in rose gold, because of a couple of reasons. One, it is the quintessential tool watch. It is keeping me present between the two time zones, between my friends, my family, and my work. Two, 72-hour power reserve. Let's not talk about this, guys. You already know how important that is for your watch to keep on ticking, especially as you travel and you put it down when you're sleeping at night, or leave it off while you're doing some heavy duty work, banging on those keyboards. And three, it's just a beautiful intersection between overstated and understated. Understated in the beautiful chocolate and black tones, and a little bit overstated with the rose gold. It's the quintessential watch between being casual or being dressed up. And so this year, this has been my favorite piece. Ridah, I cannot wait for us to do this in person. I am heading to Dubai, as you guys know. I'm at the airport right now. I'm just an airport lounge away. Thank you for having me on your channel. See you soon.
Okay, here it goes. I was 20, the year's 2000. It was New Year's Eve. I was at a police station for crossing a red light and suspected drinking and driving, one of which was true. A new decade resolution of getting a new job and starting a family with my college sweetheart. 2010 was the year Burj Khalifa was inaugurated. The fireworks were amazing. Life was good, family was good, job was good, and then 2020 came. High hopes, everything that you can think of, but then the pandemic hits. Nothing went as planned. So I started this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is about sharing my mistakes and my experiences so someone out there might benefit from it. I'm grateful for my health, for my family, for everything I have, and will never slow down. Ridah, thank you very much for the invitation. I'm Usama Nouri, and 2021 is the year. Peace.
In the very beginning of this year, we sold a Patek SkyMoon Tourbillon with the blue dial. We then resold it, and we sold it for $2.750.
Wish I could buy it back.
And there comes the biggest regret. What is that watch trading at today, Adrian?
Probably if I had to go find a blue one, I'd buy a blue one. It's going to be around $4 million.
And then we recently had a call on a black dial. This was about 2 weeks ago, and you found one. What did they quote you?
$3.7 million.
$3.7 million. And he's right. It's one of those things that if I bought that watch and I resold it right away, we made a decent profit, don't get me wrong. But at the same token, if I would have held on to that watch a bit longer, it'd probably be at least an extra $700,000-$800,000 in there. Maybe a little less. Let's say even $500,000. But as I always said,
again, you have to ask yourself that, and we go back and forth. I actually go back and forth to a lot of people. The time that extra $700,000, right? That
you made more money over time.
You made more money
yes.
turning that money over that.
I mean, if you take an example as simple as you flipping these Rolexes, right, or buying and selling, and again, we're not really flipping them; they're just flying out the window because it's a #1 brand.
Request.
We have a ton of requests for Rolex every single day. We can't buy enough of them. But you're right. If we took that, let's say $500,000 over 8 months, you will make more money off of that $500,000 over 8 months. Which is why I always say these things are really not an investment. It's really about return over time. So that was my one watch for the year. What about you?
I'm gonna go with a very rare find, Richard Mille RM3. It was a limited edition piece of, I believe, 10 pieces that they made.
You're talking about the matte titanium.
Yes.
Okay.
That's probably my favorite one. Just because I couldn't believe I found it. I never seen it before, and it was just a collector who I bought it from, sold it for, and it was just fantastic.
You think you left money on the table or no?
Hard to say. That piece is not like a RM11 where there's a specific market.
No, there was no market on that watch. You didn't even know it existed. It was probably close to what the retail was, what we sold it for at the time. Now a piece like this that comes onto the market is probably going to be, at the time the retail was probably in the 400s. No, at the time the 03s came out, they were under 3.
There you go, under 3. Today, if that watch was released,
it'd be over 6.
Yeah,
it'd definitely be over 6. Right, I hope this worked out for you. I wanted to wish you a happy holidays and all your viewers just the same.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me and Adrian on the show.
Yeah.
On Ridah, Bob here. Thanks for asking me to be a part of your 2020 recap video. It was certainly a crazy year. Almost everything about this year was unpredictable, and that includes my recent watch purchase. This year I was fortunate enough to be able to add the 214-270. This is the Explorer 1 MK2 dial and 39 millimeters. I know you're familiar with this one. You're partially responsible for this being on the hit list. But the wife took me out this year on my birthday, had a bite to eat, and stopped by my local AD and ended up leaving this on the list. So this piece is just like the rest of 2020. I didn't see this one coming. So I had looked down and have a nice little memory attached to this piece. So very, very happy and glad to join your Explorer Club with this one. Very 2020 appropriate watch. It's tough as a tank, and there's no date, there's no year. We don't want to remember 2020 anyway. Perfect watch. Hope all is well, brother. I look forward to seeing you in a few months. Congrats again on your AP pickup. That was fantastic. Very happy for you. And we'll talk soon.
Hello everyone, my name is Miguel from SoCal Watch Reviews. And 2020 has been a really interesting year for the entire world, including myself. However, I can honestly say that I feel blessed for several reasons. First and foremost, I'm healthy and so are my family and friends. Second, the success on my YouTube channel, podcast, and Instagram accounts have been honestly humbling. And lastly, I was able to attain one of my grow pieces. You see, since my first introduction to Seiko, the 62 MAS has always stood out to me and has been the watch I've always dreamed about. I always wished of adding one to the collection. Honestly, there have been a few things that stopped me from doing so. The fear of getting a Franken watch was one of them. And yeah, I know there's a lot of trusted dealers, but honestly they want an arm and a leg. Also, if I was ever lucky enough to own one, I wouldn't feel comfortable wearing it because I wouldn't want to damage it. I know, I'm just very OCD with my watches, especially vintage pieces. Okay, so fast forward to June 2020 and Seiko introduced this beauty, the SPB 143, the Goldilocks specs of 40.5 millimeters, 47.6 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip, the 20 millimeter strap size, and the very useful 70-hour power reserve from the 6R35 movement. And lastly, the aesthetic from the legendary 62 MAS made this watch a must-have for me. The finishing is incredible and so are the specs for a watch of this price point. I would even argue that this can compete against more expensive Swiss watches. However, for some paying this much more for a Seiko honestly may seem crazy, but I can honestly tell you it's worth every penny. Ridah, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, my friend, for giving me the opportunity to share my story. And as always, stay humble, my friend.
What's up, Ridah? Happy holidays, bro. I'm wishing you and your family all the best. Congratulations on all your successes. I hope all is well, man. And thanks for reaching out. It's been a minute since we've had a chance to chat. So you asked me, what is my thoughts on this crazy 2020? Well, it's simple. keep thinking positive and moving forward. Just remember what your goals are and what you strive for you and your family, because those two come first. Remember, there's always a tomorrow. If you can make the next day better than the last, then that's all you can do. I wouldn't focus too much on all the negative. As far as the question on the watch that holds a lot of value to me, well, let's dive into it. And starting off, I want to wish everybody happy holiday from afar. And Ritter, congratulations on picking up this beauty. So the question is, which watch holds value to me and why? Well, I wonder if anybody else that's watching this video has their original watch, the very first watch that they considered a luxury watch to them, if they still have it. They kind of led us to these timepieces. In this case, my first Rolex ever. This was my engagement watch. This is my fiance's first luxury watch, which is a Tudor. These both have a lot of sentimental value, but this is not the source. I want to show you this. 1993. This is my considered first luxury watch, and yeah, I still have all the original factors to this watch. 1993, I was, I think, 18 years old, and look at this. $175, and to me back then, this was it. This was my luxury watch. I was working at Pizza Hut back then. I was making next to nothing, and I saved every dime that I had to get this watch. And it still has the original band. It looks brand new. I was petrified to wear it. You know, I will never get rid of this watch. But ever since I was a little kid, down to the Casio calculator watches, if you guys remember those, this was my first luxury watch. Big difference between what my fiance has as far as hers. So Reddit, you ask, here it is. This is the watch that has a lot of sentimental value to me. Unfortunately, it is too small for my wrist. I cannot wear this watch anymore. Thank you so much for asking that question and bringing back so many memories. I really appreciate it. And Rita, you enjoy yourself, stay positive, and we will talk to you soon, bro.
For me personally, like everybody else, of course, it was a challenging year. It was a mountain to climb, actually, in terms of business. A lot of my work revolves around visiting clients on site. And of course, due to the sanction and the travel bans, that was restricted, so I was not able to go anywhere. But on the flip side of the coin, it was also a year for me where I acquired a few pieces, really interesting pieces, starting off, of course, with the 124060. If you guys have been following me for some time, you know what this watch means to me. It's been a love story since the 114060, which was the old reference, and it's a continuation with this one. I also picked up a Rolex GMT root beer and happened to achieve my grail watch. This might not be a grail for a lot of people, but for me personally, and away from the 15202, this is a watch that I honestly cannot believe that I started. It is my first AP. It is the first brand I explored, the first luxury brand, let me correct myself, that I explore outside of Rolex. And I'm so happy about this AP. This is the 15500. I've done so many videos about it on the channel, so I'm not going to talk about it much. But honestly, this is a watch that brings a smile to my face, and it's been on the wrist literally since the day I got it. The only thing I didn't do with it is basically sleep with this watch on my wrist. But apart from that, it's great and robust, and I think it's actually the reference that brought AP into durability and robustness. I mean, when I say this, of course, all of their watches are high quality, but this feels like it can stand a little bit of a beat, and it's got no problems adjusting the date whatsoever like some of the old references. But this is it for me. This is the watch that I picked up in 2020, and this is the watch that brings a smile to my face out of everything else that I picked up. Of course, I appreciate this fact, but this watch had been on the wrist literally since the first day I got it, and it's actually on a Rolex cushion. What do you call this? Do you call this a cushion? This is on a Rolex cushion, yeah. I mean, it was the closest box next to me. It was the Rolex box. I had the 124060 there on the Rolex box, so I just happened to keep this close by. Sorry, Rolex. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed watching this video, please go visit everyone's channels. The links are in the description. Special thanks to them for participating as well. Go ahead and show them some love. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and keep watching and keep supporting the channel because there is a ton of special content on the way. Until I see you guys in the next one, thank you for watching. And take care. Are we still recording, by the way? Yeah. Okay, let's stop the camera. Thank you.